Dear student, in this lecture I will tell you the mode 1 handshaking with output devices, means the port is programmed for output device handshaking. Okay, so this is the diagram. In the mode 1 handshaking for input devices, means port were programmed for input handshaking. The input devices has initiated the transfer. Okay, so input devices wants to send the data to MUPI, but in this case where ports are programmed for output handshaking, the 8255 is connected with the output device. Okay, so now MUPI will initiate the transfer. Okay, so MUPI wants to write some data on this output device. So in this 8085 will initiate the transfer using write bar operation. Okay, so if 8255 is free, means 8085 will not keep checking all the devices connected with the microprocessor, otherwise it will waste the time of MUPI. Okay, so whatever devices are connected with the MUPI, suppose output devices are printer and monitor, so when we start the system, so these devices will send the signal that yes, we are ready, now you can initiate the transfer. Then when MUPI is free, then it will initiate the transfer. Okay, so MUPI will not always keep asking that whether you are free, I want to send the data. This job is of 8255 to tell the MUPI that yes, I am free, now you can send the data. Okay, so if 8255 is free, INTR it keeps the INTR signal high. Okay, and MUPI will send the data by keeping the write bar signal low, because MUPI now wants to write. So it is job of every device to be ready and inform the MUPI that yes, you can transfer the data. Okay, so once one data comes to 8255, then it will immediately put the INTR goes low. Okay, to prevent the MUPI to send the more data, so that that new data will be copied on the previous data and that previous data will be lost. Okay, so 8085 when sending the data through write, keeping the write bar low, immediately 8255 will put the INTR go low and informing or preventing the MUPI to send the more data. Okay, so it put the INTR low. Now MUPI gives write bar signal and data comes to 8255. Okay, now data is with 8255. Okay, thus data will travel through the data bus between MUPI and 8255. Okay, now 8255 puts the data on the port. Okay, here I have used port B. Okay, you can use port A also, because port A and port B can be used in mode 1. Port C will not work in mode 1. Port C lines are sacrificed for handshaking, and these are the handshaking signal. Okay, so 8255 puts the data on the port and inform the output device by making OBF bar low. Okay, now this 8255 will put the data on the port and it will make the OBF bar goes low. Okay, means output buffer full goes low, it means this inform the device that I am sending the data. Okay, without OBF bar, the output device think that this is a garbage value, because this port will always contain some data. This is not a data bus. Okay, where a data comes and goes, it doesn't stay, but in port the data will stay. I told you in the lecture, previous lecture of 8255, when we were discussing the architecture, that data will stay on the port. Okay, so without OBF bar status, this port will consider this data as a garbage data. So it is very necessary that when 8255 is sending the data to the output device, first it inform the output device. As I told you in the last lecture, that to any device we are sending the data, we need to inform that device. So 8255 will inform the device by keeping this OBF bar low. Okay, without this will consider this output device will consider that this data is a garbage data. Okay, now till the time 8255 get an acknowledgement from the device, it put the data on the port. Okay. Uh, Output device will send the acknowledgement and keep this acknowledgement goes low, informing this 8255 that yes, I am reading the data. Okay. As this get the acknowledgement, it will put the data on the port. After getting this acknowledgement from the output device, 8255 will not put the data on the port, but this port will contain that data, because there is a latch facility in the port, and it will stay, the data will be stayed on this port, but that data will be considered as garbage data. Okay. Output device will cache the data only when 8255 keep this OBF low, and 8255 will keep putting the data on port B only up to when it will receive the acknowledgement, and it will give this output device will keep this acknowledgement goes low. Okay. Then after, this port will contain the data, but that becomes a garbage data. Okay. As 8255 doesn't have any clock and doesn't understand the time, so if output device is the slowest device, it doesn't matter, because this will not lose the data. Okay. So the data will not be lost because of handshaking. So this is the very useful thing we are understanding, that whether suppose we have connected a slowest printer to this 8255, 8255 doesn't have any clock, so it doesn't understand the time, and that's why on the speed of this printer, this 8255 will put the data on the printer. Okay. The advantage of this thing, that we are not wasting the time of MUPI, because MUPI have transferred the data to the 8255. Now MUPI is free for doing something else. Okay. MUPI is not down the speed as per the speed of this output device. Okay. MUPI sent the data to 8255. Now it's the responsibility of the 8255 to deal with this output device at the speed of this device. Okay. Now MUPI only comes in the scenario when 8255 puts INTR high and informing the MUPI that I am ready for the next data. Only then, if MUPI is ready to send the data, then it will send. Otherwise, once MUPI has sent the data and 8255 puts this INTR low, it means MUPI is out of the scenario. Now the dealing is between 8255 and output device only. Now we are getting full reliability and not wasting the time of MUPI using this handshaking process. Okay. We can connect the output device directly to MUPI by using ready pin. The one thing I want to tell you, that in the contact classroom when we were discussing the pin diagram, there is a pin on the MUPI ready. Okay. So that ready pin makes the MUPI to deal with the devices at their speed. Okay. So that will also give the reliability, but when device becomes ready, MUPI will wait for that device, because MUPI is at higher speed as compared to the device. So MUPI will enter in the wait state and will wait for device to be ready. So this will give the reliability that we can connect the output device directly to the MUPI using ready pin. Okay. When ready pin this device will give the ready signal, then MUPI will initiate the transfer, but this will waste the time of MUPI, because MUPI will enter to the wait state and will wait for the device to become ready so that it can initiate the transfer. So this is the disadvantage, but using handshaking process, what we can do, we can this MUPI can put the data on 8255. Now it's responsibility of 8255 to deal with the output device. Okay. So the reliability is there, and as well as the time of MUPI is not wasted. Okay. So slowness of the device doesn't affect the MUPI, because now 8255 is there to deal with the output device. Okay, so I hope you understand this output handshaking. Okay, now see the timing diagram. First, before the timing diagram, I want to tell you the steps. Okay, the first step, when write bar goes low, then second step, then INTR is high, because only when write bar will go low, then this 8255 will keep the INTR low, so that to prevent the MUPI to send the further data. Now the data is with 8255, now it will keep the data on the port and put the OBF goes low. OBF means output buffer full. It will keep the signal low and informing the output device that I am sending the data. Now the acknowledgement which output device put low, informing the MUPI that yes, I am reading the data. Immediately MUPI will keep this OBF bar goes high and acknowledgement bar also goes low. Okay, goes high, sorry. So first step, when write bar goes low, second step when INTR goes low, okay, then OBF, third step when OBF bar goes low, okay, then fourth step, then the output device inform or acknowledge the MUPI by keeping this acknowledgement goes low. Then MUPI will 8255 will keep this OBF go high. Okay, it means the transfer is transfer is complete, and acknowledgement so this acknowledgement bar also goes high. This is the active low signal. So this is the sixth step, and when this transfer is complete, this 8255 responsibility is to tell the MUPI that I am free by keeping this INTR high. Okay, so this is the seventh step. Okay, now the timing diagram, when write bar is low, means this time the MUPI will initiate the transfer and send the data to 8255. So it sent, though I have written over here that from 8085 to 8255. Okay, then after write bar, this INTR signal goes low. Okay, and then this now the data is with 8255, so 8255 will keep that data on the port and put that OBF bar goes low. So this OBF bar goes low, informing the device that I am sending the data. Now the device put this acknowledgement bar goes low and informing the 8255 that yes, I am reading the data. Meanwhile, this OBF bar goes high and this acknowledgement bar also goes high, and at this time the data is from 8255 to output device. We keep this data for this time because this port always contains the data. Okay, this is not a bus where the data comes and go. The data will stay on the port, but the output device will read the data only when OBF bar goes low. Okay, once OBF bar goes high, then this data becomes the garbage data for the output device. Okay, I hope you understand this output handshaking. Thank you.